You should follow the rabbit hole. The whole reason why Alice in the Wonderland is interesting, is a movie worth watching or a book worth reading, is because she follows the rabbit hole. You've been wondering about how you have multi passions and how the energy that you have feels so scattered over all of these different multi passions or polymathic ideas that you have. However, that is not the issue. The issue is that you are self editing, self regulating to the extreme on the side of self censorship, instead of following the rabbit holes that pull towards you, that naturally you desire to follow, and your curiosity is interested in, and is sparking joy in you right now. You decide that, well, so and so on YouTube said that, oh, I should just be a specialist and pick one thing, but you're not a one thing person. We both know this. I know this because I'm not a one thing person either. I followed my rabbit hole this month, and then it led me to learning how to create two web apps and host them so they're live right now. You could go to them if I choose to give you the the link. And it's even now, all I know is one line of code, which is print hello world in Python. How did I get from one line of code to two fully built, fully working, fully hosted, and available to you right now apps? I followed my rabbit hole. And the rabbit hole was, I want to learn how AI works. I want to learn why it generates content in the way it generates. I want to know how accurate the generation of the content is, and how that affects how I work with it. And I decided to learn how to use Python, but I didn't get very far. I just learned one line of code. But I was still curious about, how does AI work? Why does it use Python? All of these things. So I went to ChatGPT and Claude. Claude was later, but I went to ChatGPT initially and started to ask questions. And before I knew it, I was learning how I could use Python to automate a lot of things. For example, if I wanted to upload 100 files, for example, I didn't have to manually do that myself. I could get an create a Python program that would do that for me. And I was just like, oh, say what? You can create a Python program that automates stuff for you. What else could I automate? I do surface pattern designing. So I decided to automate recoloring because I mean, it's fun recoloring, but sometimes it's a bit tedious and long. So I thought, what if I could create a program that recolored my my patterns for me automatically, and all I had to do was plug and play the colors, and I did. And then I'm just wondering, before I carry on talking about me, what could you automate in your life that, if you learn how to use a Python program, if you were curious about that, and that is the rabbit hole that was pulling towards you, what could you do to, you know, what could you do to follow that rabbit hole? You'd have to sit down, get on your laptop, and start learning. I mean, there's a 4-hour YouTube video that's free that teaches Python 3 here. There is free book chapters that teach Python. There are code academies. I'm not sponsored by any of these people, by the way. There's code academy. There's all sorts that you could do to learn. I'm not saying go and learn code, but I'm saying, what is that thing that you're curious about that you've just been eyeing and being and holding yourself back from? Follow that curiosity. Go down that rabbit hole. Find out why Alice in the Wonderworld is such a great story, because we all go down the rabbit hole and discover a whole new identity, part of our identity that we did not realize before. Hello, I'm Tandy from By Tandy, a personal brand that hosts my multi-passionate self. If you liked what you saw, I hope you like or subscribe, and I'll see you later.